Hello, I'm Jessica Pierce, Master's in Nursing Administration student at University of Texas at Arlington, and this is my book review on the Leader's Pocket Guide, 101 Indispensable Tools, Tips, and Techniques for Any Situation by John Baldoni. John Baldoni is a leadership educator and executive coach. In 2012, he was ranked number 10 on the Leadership Guru's International List of Leadership Experts. He has authored more than 400 leadership columns. The purpose of this book is to provide tips for all levels of leaders in the areas of self, colleague, and organization. This book provides practical advice on how to handle issues such as fear of failure and conflict resolution. This book is divided up into 3 sections: self, colleague, and organization. And each of these sections has chapters. Each chapter is a tip, hence there are 101 chapters in this book. The end of each chapter has a think about box, which is a box that has questions the leader can ask himself or herself to determine how they're responding to situations. And then each section ends in a self-assessment quiz, which helps the leader identify where they measure up and where there is room for improvement. Strengths of this book is it is definitely a quick and easy read and gives specific tips for leaders. The author makes it a point to let leaders know that they will make mistakes, but as long as you learn from them, then it can be considered a success. Advice in this book includes items such as talking out a difficult decision with a trusted colleague, not a subordinate and not a superior, but a peer that is unrelated to the decision you're trying to make, and to ask verbally out loud what-if questions that examine all possible outcomes of the decision. Discuss, if I make this decision, if we go this route, what are the possible outcomes and what would that lead to in order to determine the best decision to be made. Weakness of this book, there are very few. One is I wish that the author had given examples specific from his own experiences. This is a man who has lots of experience in leadership, and it would be nice to hear some of his personal stories. And also, this book is not based on leading in a healthcare setting, but just leading an organization in general. And as we all know, leading in a healthcare setting is a totally different ballgame because we're limited by Medicare and insurance guidelines, along as JACO, and the fact that we are caring for sick people. Evaluation of this book, the objective is simply to guide a leader throughout their career and to aid their growth. It is a great tool for leaders to use throughout their career, whether they're starting out as first-time managers or if they've been doing it for 20 years. They can find answers in this book. This book gives specific advice and asks specific questions for a leader to reflect on. That's what I liked about it. Not only did it tell you what a leader should do and giving advice on how to respond to the situation, but it also asked questions for the leader to ask themselves to determine if they were actually following this advice or not. I will definitely keep this book in my desk to use as a resource in my career, and I feel that other leaders can benefit from the use of this book as well. Thank you.